Issues about talent management today?
Well, I think the most important issues are a recognition that talent has become one of the biggest business issues that we have. There's a shortage of key skills almost every mission, that these issues are truly strategic, more strategic focus on how to respond and to develop the kind of talent management practices and capabilities that we need as individual companies to compete in what has become a global war for talent. But as I say, it's recognizing that it is all the skills and capabilities you need. It's not just about high performers or the best MBA graduates, it's every kind of skill that companies need.
And money, it's not the issue.
Well, money is, yes, in terms of attracting talent, money is important, but it's clearly not the most driving set of issues that attract people into organizations and importantly keep them there. Today, particularly with the young generation, there is much more focus on things like career progression, how an organization invests in developing an individual, and the sort of opportunities companies give individuals to progress overall. But it is also very fundamentally about things like how that individual is supported and how their line manager supports them. So the issue of attracting and retaining people and keeping them engaged is complex, and it is not just about how much money you pay them.
And you say in the presentation that the generation Y deals with technology in a different way. How does it impact the talent management?
This is a good question. The point is that this young generation has grown up with new technologies. It's grown up with sharing knowledge across the internet. It's grown up with building relationships with people and then strengthening relationships with people through the internet, through collaboration, social networking. And the opportunity that represents is important from a number of perspectives. First, when these young people come to work for our organizations, they expect to be able to see those kind of capabilities within the organization. But secondly, I really believe that these sorts of ways in which we can collaborate and share knowledge and connect people will have a very profound impact on the ways in which we work and the ways in which we innovate and share knowledge in our organizations. And if you look historically, we haven't often done a very good job of that. There's too much knowledge is power and I protect my knowledge, or most knowledge is here and I can't share it easily. So there's a very big opportunity if we embrace these ideas and embrace these technologies to create much more innovation, knowledge sharing, collaboration, which is a good thing. It's always a good thing for organizational competitiveness.
You say also about measurement of the talent management actions. How is it?
Well, I think it's a fair observation, and certainly is in my experience, that organizations historically have done a very poor job of measuring anything from the costs of the HR function, how much money we invest in learning, but in particular understanding how that relates to business outcomes. And the reality is, any area of business, we have to understand how much are we investing, what's the sort of return that we're getting for it. So we have to bring more science into the management of people and human capital, better measurement tools and techniques. And I think there's a lot of new ideas emerging in that space. But the other thing that I always talk about on measurement is this idea that what gets measured gets done. And when we talk about shifting a culture of an organization to be better at managing people, then we need to be holding our line managers accountable for that, and we need to be measuring their performance and how well they manage people. So as I say, measurement has a number of very important impacts, but there is no doubt in my mind that this is a very important agenda, that we improve our measurement across all of these dimensions of human capital in order to better understand how well we are performing as an organization and where we need to invest.
And do you say there is a talent war in
Yeah.
cars?
Well, there's no doubt. I mean, if you look at all the markets around the world, whether you're in the United States, Europe, Latin America, Asia, we're in a state of growth. I mean, the global economy has been growing at unprecedented rates. We've never had these rates of growth historically. And even with the current kind of wobbles in the market, we are still have been through a long period of growth in every economy in the world. But the fastest growing regions are also the most attractive regions to multinational companies. So you've now got great competition in markets like Brazil for multinationals who want to grow their business. Emerging market Brazilian companies want to grow their business. And the reality is the biggest constraint, and I think it's being recognised more in emerging markets than anywhere, is skills and talent. If you haven't got the talent, if you can't find your business leaders or you can't find your technologists or engineers, then you aren't going to be able to compete. So the issue has become, as I said, a truly global one. I think it has risen to the top of the corporate agenda, and it's interesting in the conversations that we have today with the presidents of Brazilian companies, they rate these issues very highly. They said these are our most important, most significant business issues.
So if you have a talent, you have to keep it. Yeah?
Yes, I think if the first thing about if you have the talent in your organisation, keep it. And I, when people talk about we need to recruit, I say, well, the first thing you're going to think about is recruiting your own people. And what I mean by that is we can spend a lot of time and effort trying to recruit new people and telling them what a great organisation we have. We need to spend more time with our own people, ensuring that they see the opportunities inside our companies. The young generation do expect more opportunity and fast career progression, and we need to think in a mindset of re-recruiting our people every day, making them feel good about why they work here, making them feel good about the managers that they work for, and good about the opportunities that we can give them.
Thank you.